Hey everyone, it's Prolazing Toys back in today's video with another Medicom Mafex review, and today we're looking at Superman from Batman Hush. This is the reissue that was recently available at Big Bad Toy Store. Well, recently, like in December of 2023, it was made available again, and I picked up on the opportunity immediately. You know, many people regard this as one of the best Superman figures of all time, and I just had to be the judge of that because, you know, Superman is my second favorite hero of all time, right behind this guy over here. But yeah, today we're looking at number 2. Oh, that sounds so like weird. I don't know. And I know this figure has probably been reviewed to death by now, but I nonetheless just wanted to take a look at it myself in case any of you guys who subscribe to me aren't familiar with this figure. You guys have the chance to learn about it as along with me, and by the end you'll hear my rating and my overall thoughts. But here is the back of the box. I'm not really sure what those check marks over there are, but I mean, I'm not even sure if those boxes are supposed to be checked in. It kind of looks like that. But yeah, here you have Superman in a lot of different poses. Now this is his look from Hush, the Batman story, from famously, you know, drawn by Jim Lee. And yeah, like you can see like Poison Ivy stuff. We'll get into that like when we look in accessories. But yeah, for right now, here he is. Let's open him up. I've actually got to come forward clean with you guys. I've already opened this guy, and I've already reviewed him. I recorded an entire review, but however, like the quality of it just wasn't up to par with what I think is like a good review, so I pretty much deleted all that footage. It was like 10 minutes worth of stuff, and yeah, I'm pretty much starting from scratch here. And by the way, that happened all like 3 months ago when I got the figure. Alright, take 2. Second time's a charm, right? That's the saying. Or is it third time? But anyways, here we have Superman out of the packaging, and already I'm just loving the proportions. It is just like Jim Lee's artwork from Batman Hush. You know, it's one of his like greatest runs of all time. Such a big Jim Lee fan. Here's me meeting Jim Lee in person, actually. Look at that. I haven't posted that because I'm too lazy and I forgot. But yeah, I met Jim Lee in person. Just like shortly after I got this figure, I had the option to like have him sign it, but I'm like, no, I want to open it and play with it. I don't want to spend another $90 on another Superman. Now, in hindsight, I probably should have got him to sign it. It's whatever. It's done. Here's Superman out of the packaging, and straight off the bat, like, yeah, again, the proportions are really well done. He has a really tiny head, but, you know, it's some Jim Lee art, right? You know, it makes him look like even bigger. And that's what I love about him, and it is that truly classic Superman suit. I think a lot of toy makers try to put their own twist on that Superman design. You know, sometimes they remove the trunks, sometimes they take off the S from the cape, they change the font of the S on the chest, but like nothing will ever beat that classic design. I get it. The trunks look silly to a lot of people, but we gotta admit it's iconic. It's an iconic piece of Superman, and I just feel like this is like a rant, by the way. Yeah, any adaptation that removes the trunks is dead to me. I don't I don't like it when they do that. You keep the trunks. No, but you can see like even in the boots, there's like musculature. Like he's just bulging out of his suit right here, and then the leg muscles, man. The musculature on this figure is next level. Like DC Multiverse would never. That's a sick burn right there. Sick burn. Yeah, Superman's face right now is all the DC Multiverse collectors watching this video. I'm sorry you guys are into trash. It's not my fault. I'm kidding, you guys. I'm kidding. You know, positivity is the main message on this channel. I try to spread it around the community. It was a joke. Anyways, here you have some more musculature on the arms, and there's like even like some paint inside the little rivets. I can't explain it. yeah, there's some paint detail on the muscles, making them like even more defined, is what I'm trying to say. And even on the abs right there, on the legs, and going to the backside. Whoa, yeah, this dude lifts. You can see like in the crevices right there, in the butt, maybe. No, but yeah, just the musculature on this figure is out on display, and it looks wonderful. And then there you have the cape on the back and that S. Man, it looks so nice. The cape, however, is a little bit unruly. I don't know if you guys can see. Yeah, there's this little part that's hanging out through the back, and it just doesn't ever want to go down. I know when it came out of the package, it was actually tucked in between the neck and the socket right here, where the neck goes into. However, after like moving it around a little, like it just like popped out, and I cannot get it back in for the life of me. You probably have to like take it off, the figure's head off, like by the bottom of the neck joint. But I just have trouble doing that. I don't know. I don't want to break the thing. This thing costs a lot of money. For accessories, Superman comes with his this face sculpt, this mean expression, just like a grr, the face you make when you order food and you find out something is missing, but by the time you do, you're already at home. McDonald's forgot my sweet and sour sauce. How am I supposed to eat my chicken nuggets now? And he also comes with this like laser eye, like angry face, and this one looks wonderful as well. And yeah, that's all the heads you get. Don't get me wrong, I think both of these heads are fine. They're pretty good. It's just, I would have liked a smiling head. It's just, Superman isn't always just like bummed out like this. I get it. This figure is like based on that scene where he's controlled by Poison Ivy. But would it hurt to just like maybe put a head in where maybe he's not under Poison Ivy's control? That would have been wonderful. Speaking of Poison Ivy, yeah, he comes with some effects. Again, replicating that scene where he's under Poison Ivy's control and her plants are all around him. Damn, I'm going to have to buy that Poison Ivy figure now. But yeah, it goes around the neck, and you can see there's like lots of great sculpting here. There's no paint apps on these, though. Would have liked that. Just a little bit, maybe like some darker greens, something to just like make it look a little fancier. You are paying like $100+ for this figure, so you may as well. Actually, it's more like $70 over in Japan, but yeah, you get the point. I gotta say before I move on, the blue little dry brushing on the hair for both heads, it's pretty good. They just like kicked it on a little too much for my liking, but it's not bad. But yeah, going over hand accessories, he comes with two fists, two more fists. No, I want to say these are for like when he's flying, maybe. No, it's not. It's for, God, what are these for? I want to say it's for when he's doing like a superhero landing, just to have like a little bit of an elongation so he can reach the floor a little easier, just a tiny bit. I don't I don't know what these are for. He also comes with two folded out hands where they're flat, so we can do some pretty cool flight poses. Two neutral hands, as you can see right here, just for when he's like in his like a vanilla pose or something. And two sprawled out hands, probably when he's like grabbing something, throwing it, or yeah, these also look really good. Mr. B. Me just noticing that Silk and Superman share the same hair. That's nice. But going over articulation, the head moves up this much, goes down that much, and there is some pivot allowing you to move side to side, and also some side to side movement right there. His arm is able to move this far up, go back this far with the butterfly shoulder joint, and then this far forward. And it is able to pop up and down, so you're able to lower it this much and raise it that much. And he also has rotation right there, and some upper bicep swivel, a double jointed elbow, and a ball hinge wrist joint, allowing you to move pretty much in anywhere or any direction. And it's pretty much the same for every single hand. He's able to bend this far back and this far forward. He has side to side movement at each diaphragm and is able to move all the way around. Some pivot. Very nice right there. His leg is able to kick up this much, go out to the side that much, and go backwards this much. No upper thigh swivel, but it does rotate a little bit at the top. Oh, I guess that is upper thigh swivel. Interesting. He has a double jointed knee, and his foot is able to bend this far down, this far up. He has the pivot, and now on to the size comparisons, and here he is next to my only other Medicom Mafex figures. We have Spider-Man and the Batman. Oh, did I say my only ones? I'm sorry, I meant these ones and these two back here. Yeah, I'll compare those to in a future video, so stay tuned. But yeah, I think if Spider-Man's head was just a little bit smaller, it would totally fit in with Superman right here. Batman, however, they look nice to each other, next to each other. It's just like, you know, this one is using like some more real world proportions, where this one is like more comic drawn. But yeah, he fits in with other Mezco figures. Mezco. I mean, speaking of Mezco, here he is next to the Mezco 112 Golden Age Batman and Harley Quinn deluxe figure, and you know what? He fits in pretty well with Mezco from what I'm seeing right here. Again, though, like Mezco is using like some more like real world proportions with their figures, as opposed to this very animated, comic booky. I mean, yeah, you can make it work if you want to. Here he is next to the Amazing Friends Spider-Man and 97 Wolverine, and man, these look fantastic together, but I think it's mainly because they're shorter characters. If you bring in some taller ones, I mean, I guess if you can make it work, then, you know, good, but yeah, he's a little tiny. Here he is next to the SH Figure Arts Miles Morales and Gwen Stacy. Next, here he is next to the Marvel Legends Morbius and Gary the Stormtrooper. Hey, you're wearing your underwear on the outside, you fool. And finally, the Marvel Legends Spider-Hams. Alright, time for my final rating and my overall thoughts. I'm going to give him a final rating of 9 out of 10. Yeah, not exactly perfect in my mind, especially with those like missing accessories that he has. Really wish he came with like a smiling head sculpt at least. You know, these meaner ones, they're cool and all. It's just, this isn't really what I see when I picture, you know, Superman. I picture him being like very hopeful, very bright. But yeah, given the context of like what this figure is from, like what's seen in the comics, I completely understand. Just wish they just one more, please. And yeah, the articulation is phenomenal. The proportions are great as well. Obviously, he's not going to fit in with most 6-inch figures, but that's okay because he's pretty much on his own little line over there, the Batman Hush line. So he's going to fit in great with all of those figures. But yeah, 9 out of 10. But yeah, that'll do for today's video. Hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, thread, anything you can do with our support channel will be greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated. And with that, I'll see you in the next one.